Perkins the drive, blocked for the foul. Bynum's third. Certain guys you bounce off of, it hurts just a little bit more.
Well, that's a hard collision. Rondo takes the shot, and then Artest does a good job finding Bryant. And right there, the touch on that type of shot, Mark, and you know, you lived on that type of teardrop shot. That's very difficult, and very few have the ability to shoot this in-between shot with touch.
Again, he's been efficient, 50% shooting, Kobe Bryant. Artest's defense has been strong as Perkins nails the free throw.
That time defensively, I thought Bynum did a poor job understanding where the help was coming from. Allowed Perkins to get to the baseline instead of sending him towards the help in the middle of the floor.
Fisher, that's a two-pointer, Derek Fisher. He's 3 for 3 from the field.
And Mark made a good point to me earlier today, Mike. He said if Fisher was a Celtic, he'd have his number retired.
Off the turnover, Kobe Bryant. Time. Lead of the night.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC. Brought to you by Toyota, moving forward. The G-Series, Gatorade has evolved. Get 'em to the Greek from the producer of Knocked Up and Superbad, in theaters tomorrow. And Nike Basketball.
Lakers lead game 1 by 13 here midway through the third. We talk so much about the star players, but so often the role players, such a huge part. And not many better role players, certainly in LA history, than Derek Fisher, already a 4-time champion. Has hit so many big shots in playoff pressure. And he says he's humbled considering where he came from.
You know, just being a kid and having fun and growing up in Little Rock and watching Magic and watching the Lakers play. And, you know, the battles in the finals against the Celtics in those years, and now being in a position where there's some other kid in Little Rock that I have no idea, never met before, that'll be watching me play in the finals. So it is quite humbling.
His 14th year in the league, 35 years old. He's not going to make an all-star team. He's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. But what a great career he's had, and what a great role model he is. Such a class act, a tough guy on the court, but a class act, Mark.
And I totally agree with what Coach said, because when you look up at the Lakers in the Raptors, those guys are Hall of Famers as Kevin Garnett knocks down the jump shot, and all-time greats. But when you look at Derek Fisher's body of work here as a Laker, he is a true champion and deserves to be up.
No, he does not deserve to be up there with the Lakers. He would deserve to be up there with the Celtics, because if you put him up, then Ori has to go up.
Why?
Because he was every bit as important in his years. And then you have to put Byron Scott up, because he is just as every bit as important. So if he played for the Celtics, I agree he should go up, but not here where it's so selective.
I can't believe it. This guy is working on another championship.
Perkins gets to the go.
Oh, Byron Scott didn't work on championship. And by the way, you can't agree with something that you agreed with.
No,
you said it, so you can't agree when you said it to begin with.
No, I often do that because I realize I'm not going to get an amen from you, so I got to do it to myself.
I think one of the great things about Fisher, last 5 years, he's played in all 82 games. He's one of the most durable players, yet one of the oldest. Gasol, nice move inside, slowly having that strong all-around game. And a foul away from the ball. Kevin Garnett hyperventilating a little bit as the foul call on Gasol. Let's take a look at the replay. All right, that's nothing. He just flopped.
That's actually exactly what it is, a flop by Pau Gasol. He got called for the foul.
You know, there's been talk over recent years is could they call a flop a violation? It's been something debated. It'd just be so hard to do that.
I like that. Call a foul on it. If you're not going to stand in there and guard and you're going to try to trick me, there's got to be some penalty. So for me, for an official to call a foul, even though it may not have been a foul, is the right call.
It's only Gasol's first.
But you can see that Pau Gasol is a different guy than he was in 2008. He was a great player, but a great player that was somewhat insecure of the moment. Right now, he feels like he's the second best player on the floor, and rightfully so.
He's on the verge of being a great player, but it was first time on the big NBA stage. He had done it internationally. As Gasol left-handed, can't get it to go, keeps it alive, gets it back, lays it in. The Lake dominating for the Lakers.
And everybody who knows basketball understands when their toughness was questioned, that was code for Pau Gasol is soft and we can attack him. Not so right now.
Rondo tried to reverse. Fisher the other way. Fisher 1-on-3. And Perkins the rebound. Celtics have just been able to get out on a break. Just 2 fast break points as they trail by 11, under 4 to play here in the third. Garnett. You know, again, if you're not looking at the scoreboard, you think the Lakers up by a lot. It's only a 9-point game.
And you say not so, but I think if you're the Celtics, you still have to have the same mentality. Chip away at his ego, at his belief that he's the second best guy on the floor by going at him on both ends of the floor. This is a long series.
Bryant forces the shot, but draws the foul as we listen to a Doc Rivers huddle.
Number one, you got to stay together. Number two, they're working. Make no mistake about that, all right? Everything they're doing is more physical than you are. They're getting to the loose balls. They're fighting harder than you, all right? That's the bottom line.
That doesn't happen very often with the Celtics when they're being outworked. It's happening tonight.
And Mark, to go back to your point about Gasol, I do agree with you that the Celtics should continue to try to physical body up to him, bang him, bump him, and try to knock him off that part of his game. But if you're Pau Gasol, you should just laugh at anybody who tries to bang and bump you right now. You're the best big man in the league, and you should play with that type of confidence.
He's not a physical player or one of those, as Phil Jackson liked to talk about before the game or before the series, smackdown mentality. That's not who he is. He can just beat you in so many other ways.
Sometimes as a player like that, you have to embrace it and say, I've seen it before. Matter of fact, you beat me with it before, but times have changed.
Rondo sidesteps, nice pass. Allen throws it down. He has to hang on the rim with Fisher below. Oh, great play from Allen. We've seen a couple of superb dunks from Tony Allen. As Rondo with his 8th assist of the night.
It's a good job by Rondo getting into the paint rather than forcing up a shot. Creates a play for Tony Allen, who then takes it over the contested hand of Lamar Odom and puts him in his post.
And that's a Steve Nash type left-handed pass. Very few guys can pass with either hand. Rondo's one of them.
Fisher, that one halfway down before a loose ball foul is called against the Celtics. And they're in the penalty. Paul Pierce is third. Doc Rivers will plead his case with Joe DeRosa.
Tony Allen is looking at referee Derek Stratford saying it's not Kobe Bryant shooting a foul shot, it's Ron Artest, and he is correct.
Nice to see Joe DeRosa back working. Remember, he had the incident in the Eastern Conference Final where he got upset at halftime and threw the ball at the fan. Just got upset with the fan who's coming after him, one of the best refs in the game.
Well, it is great to see him back, an outstanding referee whose history says it was out of character, but I think the right thing was done. A punishment, the penalty was paid, and he's back in the finals where he belongs.
I think he should have been fined $2.50 and not missed a game. I'm not for suspensions of anybody in the playoffs. But here tonight, I was thinking about it. Derek Stafford gave me my first technical. Joey Crawford gave me my first ejection. And Joe DeRosa was just a nice guy.
Nice reunion for you tonight.
Yeah.
Garnett inside to Allen. Oh, blocked by Bryant. Allen ready to throw.